Hello everybody. I am going to do another, or should I say attempt another dirty flip and drag. I thinned out, I had tried the last one, the video, the flip and drag that wasn't, my white paint was really thick. I was experimenting, trying to put gloves on. I was experimenting with the thickness of the paint to see what happened. And it was too thick. The colors, if you notice when I tried pouring, or when I tried, I'm stirring paint, I'm stirring this, that's what you're hearing. When I tried tilting it, it wouldn't move. The colors would not go through the white, it just stayed very, very thick. So now I know that, because I always pour my paint very thin, and somebody that I was talking to suggested that I make my paint thicker. So I hadn't had, as I've told you guys, I will try anything. So even though I don't have an issue with the paint, how I do it, I thought, well, I'll try that. So maybe I'm thinking that was a little too thin or a little too thick that I tried. But I like the save that I got at the end. I liked how it turned out. It was a very calm painting, and it would look pretty if I maybe mixed media'd some stuff on it, because it was a very calm background. So, oh, I'm not really prepared. I need to get a cup. Right back. Alright, so in this one, these three colors are Liquitex Basics, and this is deep red. It is Deep Red Artist Loft, which is one of my favorite reds. But Artist Loft paint is a huge pain in the butt. Well, not all the colors. This one especially. This and the lavender. Those two I always seem to have issues with. So, I am going to start by spraying my silicone WD-40 in there. And I think I will put some of this. So my question for you guys is, because I was debating posting, you can hear my family wandering around upstairs. I was debating posting that last video because I was demonstrating my flip and drag, and it's kind of a technique I'm proud of, and it didn't work. And so I thought, gosh, should I really show it? I mean, you know, do people want to see something that, you know, doesn't work? I'm not going to use that red, I'm going to use a magenta. And then I decided that I'm gonna show it, I'm going to film it, because not every pour works. And you know, there's no shame in a pour not working. And so, as you can obviously tell, because it is on YouTube right now, I posted it. So, this technique, I remember when I first heard of it, I'm going to put a little bit more silicone. I was like, oh, that can't be that hard, you know, you're just pouring paint. Oh, lo and behold, boy, was I wrong. This technique is much more complicated than it looks. But that's cool. That's why it's fun. It's a challenge. If it were easy, it wouldn't be fun. If every single pour was perfect, it wouldn't be as fun. So, I'm trying to decide, I may add a little bit of the red. And I actually have a drop of yellow here that I'm gonna add. And see this spot, I keep saying my next experiment is going to be with paint, splotches all over, and then pouring white on it, having the splotches have silicone and having them come up from the white. I think it's going to be a good idea. I think it'll work. Depending on what time it is when I'm done with this video, maybe I'll do another painting. Alrighty. So I'm going to do that. Stay. Okay. And pour some white. Much thinner, much better. So this is the Dutch Boy Duraclean. And I am just going to kind of do this. You know what? It still feels thicker than what I like. I thinned it out a lot. So we'll see. If it seems like it's not going anywhere, I'm going to quickly turn it from a flip and drag to a purely flip. And, okay. All right. Gonna puncture it. Doing an open cup's also fun. I remember the first time I did that, I didn't realize the cup would float away. And it turned out to be my favorite painting. And a couple of people, friends of mine, asked if it was for sale. And I was like, no, that's the only one that isn't. And I still love it. So I'm just gonna lightly, it's more like a flip and skim. I'm just gonna skim the surface. You can see how I am not really dragging it. Well, I mean, not like in my other ones where I'm not dragging it all the way to the canvas. So this is almost like a swipe look. There we go. Because the last one I dragged way too close to the canvas too, so I think I'm a little gun shy on that one. But look at this. I'm gonna see, oh my hand, I need to wear like 2 gloves so that my camera is such a disaster. I'm gonna try and get you. Look at this. Those are some kick-ass cells. And let me get you situated back again. There we go. Ah! I think I'm going to be happy with this. Let's see. I've got some white in here I'm going to use to... Ugh. These I bought on Amazon and I'm not happy with them. Luckily they were cheap and I only got 6 of them. But they, oh no, just they clog very easily. I seem to be constantly unclogging them. So right now I'm just tapping the edges to pull the white paint. Because once I get the paint and I know that the paint is on the edges, then I don't have to think about the edges anymore. And I can focus on tilting it. Okay, I had a rag. Here we go. And you can see as I've been working how the cells are continuing to pop up right here. And that's a pretty cool little rainbow thingy going on there. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed, guys. And I'm going to tilt so gently. It just goes against my nature. So this is my last few days of freedom before I have to go back to school, to go back to work. I'm so not prepared. Students don't come back until they come back the 14th, so a week from tomorrow we'll have students. But got to get the room set up and all that. So, you know what, my white paint is still thicker than I'd like because I am having trouble. It's very sludgy. But I am not going to rush it because sometimes I tend to get impatient and I just tilt it almost vertically, and that will totally ruin this. So I'm going right and left real slowly. So I don't even know if you can see now I'm making a little right turn, and that part in the middle is gathering cells as it is moving down. So I'm going to, after I do this, I'm going to thin that white paint out even more. Because it is really, it's like molasses. And it wasn't, I mean, it was dripping right off the stick, and I don't know what the deal is. But this is not moving right here. Just going to give it some help in some areas. Right here is going to need. It's going to need a little bit of help. Go. Get it flowing a little better. Frustrating because I want to just tilt the heck out of it. And I can't. So I'm going to be patient. You should learn how, when you're watching this, to speed it up though. I'm going to turn it towards me though, so you can get another view of it and really kind of see what's going on here. So this spot's entirely bare, and this is really odd. Let me just pour a little and see if that kind of helps move it along. Because I can't leave it like this, because it'll be way too thick in places. But you can tell that it is starting to pull out right here because it's so thick. Frustration. buffing down because although it was pretty, it didn't really go with the rest. There, it's starting to move, starting to flow. You can see where it keeps catching. Well, I don't know if you can, but I sure can. And I kind of want to bring this that way. Oops, it's slippery. I think that gets out of there, it will be oh so much better. It's almost there, guys. See, it's like watching paint dry. I don't want it so zigzaggy. I'm going to do that. I'm going. It's going to turn that into this part right here. See that blue part down there? That's what I'm... This lacing that's happening right here, that's like on the painting I was trying to replicate. It had all of that. I'll flash that up here when my hands aren't covered in wet paint. It's the one from the other video, and I was gonna put it for sale, but then we're redoing I'm gonna repaint my bedroom, and I'm gonna do gray tones, and great in there. So I am actually, I always think I'm done and then I keep futzing with it. Just want it a little bit more touching that side. We're almost there. There we go. That's what I wanted. I wanted this to start coming down. Let's see what that... Okay, I thought that might have been stuck. Alright, now I'm just making sure. Got paint everywhere. Just please ignore my hair is still wet from a shower. I don't have any makeup. I would make a really bad movie star. Alright. Yay, yay, a pour I'm happy with. I love it. I love this part, and I love that. This, I'm just gonna touch that up. So now I'm gonna see if it wants to move at all. Sometimes after you torch it and it's heated up, sometimes it flows and it wants to move a little more and you can get some good results. But mine seems to be in its final location. Let me take my gloves off, because see this part right there that I like so much? This was the one that I was trying to replicate earlier, and it's got all of this, and I love that look. So let me zoom you in. Those are some pretty good cells going on. I'm very happy with this one. Yay! So thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I really appreciate it. Have a great day.